No. Mustard down, bun, up, down. Where's the patty go? I got it. It's all very clear to me now, Mr. Krabs.
It is?
Yes, I finally realized that I can do it. I can do it, Mr. Krabs. I'm a failure.
Don't talk like that.
Don't you get it, you crustaceous cheapskate? I can't make a double Krabby Patty with the works. I can't put a patty on a bun with lettuce, cheese, onions, tomatoes, ketchup, mustard, pickles, and top bun together in that order. I can't put a patty on a bun with lettuce, cheese, onions, tomatoes, ketchup, mustard, pickles, and top bun together in that order.
Get back to work. We got orders waiting. I need a Krabby Patty.
Attention!
Okay, I'm not gonna blow it this time. Bun down, then ketchup, then mustard, then
And now
no, bun
we
down, then ketchup, then
welcome
mustard, then pickles. No,
to
bun
the
down, then
grand
ketchup,
trivia
then mustard, then
stage.
pickles. No, bun down, then ketchup, then
Great
mustard, then
leader,
pickles. No, that's not right.
our grand aquarium emperor, the trivia master of this age, the past age, the upcoming age, and ages unknown. Please welcome
No. Mustard down, bun, up, down.
Stereo. Attention! Attention! And now we welcome to the grand trivia stage our great leader, our grand aquarium emperor, the trivia master of this age, the past age, the upcoming age, and ages unknown. Please welcome Grand Triviamaster Fluval. Oh, that was a bad noise. Sorry, Master. Let's try again. Fluval. Oh, that's not. We must find the noise to pay tribute to all 5 dimensions you hold in your control. Yes, the fake trumpet for Fluval.
Greetings, true believers, and welcome to Disneyland Trivia. That's right. Questions all about the land made by the company that bought my life's work. Excelsior! With me, as always, is intern cast member, a silly person. Hello, intern cast member.
Hello there, Stanval.
Yes, it's me, Stan the Fluval.
Hello, everyone, and
You win an
welcome.
O prize, all of you, for playing this night of Disneyland Trivia.
Well, we can give them a little prize, can't we?
I
Stanval?
suppose so.
Just
We can
one
give
little
them...
one, just a little. The new ending to Andor.
I loved it. Yes, that's right. It
Yes.
ends with a big kaboom.
Great job, Stanval.
And don't worry, there's another prize you can all get. Salt. That's right. Oh, it did both of those. It was only
Wait.
supposed to do one of them.
Wait, bring back the salt.
Wait, let me fix the
Wait,
damn...
bring it back.
I will. Hold up. Hold your horses.
Salt.
That's right. They can set it off, too.
Salt.
Salt. Misinformation licked the ground and it was made of salt. Or misinformation warded off evil spirits with some salt. But not me. You can't ward off me, Fluval, Grand Triviamaster of the Grand Aquarium Empire. I sure set a cooldown on that.
I'm very glad that you didn't.
But I'm glad I didn't. And you know what else you can't ward off with salt?
What the hell?
That's right. You can't ward off David Lynch, and you can't ward off our game of trivia, which you can play by going to crowd.live and entering the code 80S3D. That's 8. What?
There we go. I'm so sorry. The flavor music
That's 8
wasn't playing.
Oswald. 8 Oswald Stitch. 3 Disney.
3 Disney.
The 8 old men, Oswald.
The 3 little bears.
I know there's 9 old men, but I'm using 8, so it lines up.
Or
And I killed one.
Is it the 3 little bears?
Yay!
Goldilocks and the 3 bears.
The 3 little pigs is what you're
The
thinking
3 little pigs.
The 3, which is also, they're
all.
also at Disneyland Park in Anaheim, California, and Disney World
Yes.
Resort in Orlando, Florida, and Disneyland Paris in Paris, France, and Shanghai Disneyland in Shanghai, China,
Yes.
and Tokyo Disneyland in Tokyo, and Disney Sea in Tokyo, and of course the upcoming Disney Abu Dhabi Park.
But I'm so glad that you're here with us,
Yes, I
Stanford.
am.
Why are you here with us?
Because, as I said, Disney made the park.
Was I not listening?
Hey, yes, you weren't listening. I opened it with, "It's me, Stan the Man Lee." And that's right, Disney bought my life's work, and I'm here because they made a park.
I like how we're only like 7.5 minutes
Yeah.
in, already not listening.
Already tuning me out. Excelsior!
What about Bisbee Park?
What about it? What about it, Missy Information? You talking Bisbee Bear, the Mark Hamill picture?
Oh, was that the one with the evil teddy bear?
It's about the one with the kid who grew up in a cult underground and grew up trained by a television show. Excelsior! I bet Stan loved Disneyland. I do too. Especially Marvel's area in Disney's California Adventure, which isn't Disneyland Park. And also, did you know the voice of Disneyland and the voice of California Adventure are married?
But did he kill people?
I did.
Well, I know that, Flu.
What, you talking about Brisby Bear?
I am talking about Brigsby Bear.
Brigsby Bear?
A movie that I have not thought about since 2017 when it came out.
Intern Forrest used to walk by it all the time. Oh, it's a Venture Brothers thing, I see.
Ah.
It tells the story of a man abducted as a baby and raised in isolation in a bunker. And realizing that the show had been made for him by one of his captors, presumably Mark Hamill. Or Greg Kinnear. No, it's Mark Hamill. He also voices the character of Brigsby Bear. It'll probably be a Dubai-based company. Yeah, 1B liked it. Matt Walsh is in it, and not the shitty one. Well, the less shitty one.
Okay, so they make it into their own movie. And then people like it.
Well, so I went to Marvel Mania at Universal Studios.
And then...
I know that's not what you're looking for, but, I did do that.
And then they realize that it's in Canada.
The Miral Group is building Disney Abu Dhabi. Avengers Campus is dedicated to me, by the way.
I
Did
thought
you know
there
that?
was murdering.
Did you know Avengers Campus is dedicated to me?
I would assume so. I'm glad. Yeah, thank you, Stan.
It says...
Everyone thanks Stan.
We dedicate Avengers Campus to the incomparable Stan Lee, that person who helps others simply because it should or must be done, and because it is the right thing to do, is indeed, without a doubt, a real superhero. Thank you, Stan, for inspiring the hero within each of us.
Everyone
you have made
thanks
us
Stan.
all
Thank you,
true
Stan.
believers.
We stan Stan. We stan him.
Could have put it out when I was still alive, but you know,
Salt.
I do appreciate it.
Salt.
It was put out to honor what would have been my 100th birthday.
Ooh, you should, Stan.
Yes, I should.
Is that the one where it's like, these girls don't even know the name of my band, but they're all on me like they want to hold hands. That one?
It's
Is
the
that
one
that
about
one?
the obsessive fan
Is it not that one?
who named Stan. My tea's
that not
gone
that
cold.
one?
I'm wondering why I got out of bed at all. The morning rain clouds up my window, and I can't see it all. And
Is
even
this
if I
Stan?
could, it'd be all gray. But your picture on the wall, it reminds me that it's not so bad. It's not so bad.
And
My tea's gone cold. I'm wondering why.
Thank you.
Oh, you know, that
For
repeats.
giving me the best day.
I know that's the Dido part. Dear
Wait.
Slim, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling.
Wait.
I left my cell, my pager, and my home phone at the bottom.
Is the Dido song? Wait.
Yeah. It's in Stan.
It's in Stan or Stan is in it?
It's in Stan. It's the chorus to Stan. It's a sample of their song Thank You. It samples the 1999 Dido song Thank You.
But all of the lyrics that you just read are in Dido's
Those are the
Thank
Dido
You.
part.
Yeah.
Yes, well, those are the Dido parts. That's the sample from yeah.
Okay, so I wasn't
Dear
crazy.
Slim, I wrote
so
you,
like,
but you still ain't calling. I left my cell, my pager, and my home phone at the bottom. I sent 2 letters. Back in autumn, you must not have got 'em. There probably was a problem at the post office or something. Sometimes I scribble addresses too sloppy when I jot 'em. But anyway, fuck it. What's been up, man? How is your daughter? My girlfriend's pregnant too. I'm about to be a father. If I have a daughter, guess what I'm gonna call her? I'm gonna name her the Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff. I can play yours, Wiz?
yes, I think you can. I just looked at it, and you can.
Oh, I can. You're right, I can. Intern can't remember Stan. Don't worry, I'll do an actual cover.
It reminds me
that it's not so bad.
It's
not so bad.
Dear support, I wrote you like 3 hours ago and haven't heard back. Not to be rude, but for a water company, that's kind of whack. I really got a shower. I'm feeling pretty stinky, so please write back as soon as you can. Your friend, Fran. Hello, thank you for contacting. Dear support, what was that? That sounds crazy. I have the question. Dear support, human, please, it's an emergency. Fran.
My tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why. I
That
got
sounds
out
kinda
of
crazy.
bed at all. The morning rain clouds up my window.
Yeah, no, legally mine will also not be Stan. Just to be clear. Dear Slim, you ain't called or wrote. I hope you had a chance. I ain't mad. I just think it's fucked up that you don't answer fans.
Yeah, I agree, Fluval.
Dear Mister, I'm too good to call or write my fans.
Oh.
Damn.
Are you too good for that, Fluval?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. I mean, not really. But I'm too good for it, but I do it anyway. It's me deigning to acknowledge you.
That is
Just
true.
like I'm deigning to acknowledge it's a Paul World co-after all. Royo Disney, American entertainment executive, find the hidden Maddies. More like
Ooh.
Disney bland.
Oh!
Walt Disney
Salt.
murdered 2 men playing polo.
Yes, he did.
The Little Green Potato. Experimental prototype Chatter of Tomorrow.
Ooh.
3 little blogs. Handwich Walk Run. Happiest coordinates in time and space, or it's a sleepy world. Hello, LED light.
Hello, LED light. Welcome.
Welcome. Yes, Stan is a song about a crazed fan who writes Eminem constantly, and when he doesn't get a reply, commits a murder-suicide. And then Eminem hears about it in the news, and he's like, oh, damn. And that's where the term Stan came from.
Wow. Polo truther.
The more
Yes.
you know. Should I play? You can go to crowd.live and enter the code S3D. That's 8 Oswald. Silly person. 3 dwarves.
Oh, only
8
3 of the
Oswalds.
dwarves?
Sicked 3 dwarves.
Sicked?
Yeah.
Oh, like he sicked them? Like he was sicked upon them?
Yeah, the
What
8
is it to
Oswalds.
sick?
I think they threw up. I think they got sick.
Like when it says, like, I'm gonna sick my dogs
That's like,
on
I'm gonna
you.
make my dogs attack you.
But, like, what is the word
Sick.
sick?
Sick. An LED light goes to Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida, is in 12th place.
Oh, to incite
I'm
an
sick.
attack.
Yeah.
Or intentionally.
Sick 'em, boy. I believe it's about the dogs making a spelling mistake, I believe.
Mmm.
Oh, like I'm gonna sick my doges on you. I mean, look, doges have been sicked on many people recently.
Yeah, and you can just keep the door shut, apparently.
Yeah. Apparently you can just keep the door shut and they don't actually save any money.
You could always just, like,
Oh, it
call
comes from Seek.
the cops. They usually leave before the cops show up.
It comes from Seek. The command you give the dog as in seek this person and destroy them.
Oh, seek and destroy. I like that.
Seek them out. All of them.
Destroy. Dogs only listen if you say word, silly.
Silly, I'm going sicko mode. And I'm going sicko mode for this trivia, so here it comes. But first,
What? What's first?
I said first, you dumb interns.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
you.
Let me punish them.
I said first. The iconic crowd per gong plays over presentation mode. And here comes question number 1.
Oh, sorry.
This is a returning question.
The screams were delayed.
Returning question. What was the name of Disney's Sandwich of the Future, which debuted in the 1980s? The Hand Witch, the Sandwich Mark 7, the Star Witch, or the Tomorrow Witch? Returning question. So eagle-eared viewers may have seen this before.
Oh, that's the guy from
Frozen.
The Let It Go.
Frozen.
Yeah.
Yes, Frozen.
He should let that sandwich
The
go.
hit film from Disney Studios, Frozen.
Yeah.
He should let that sandwich go.
Because consuming matter is repulsive.
It sure is.
Disgusting. Third dimensional habit.
Only didn't get more
Disgusting.
points because I was packing a bowl. Damn you, crowd per gong. Damn
Ha!
you, sir.
It's Brosen.
Finally, a
from
returning
Frozen.
question I remember. I was packing the crowd per bong.
Oh.
Well, let's see what you all picked. 11 of you said the Hand Witch. None of you thought the Sandwich Mark 7. 0 said Star Witch. Only 2 of you said Tomorrow Witch. The correct answer is, of course, the Hand Witch, which was a cone-shaped sandwich.
It's a cone. It's like a,
Wait, we gotta let them see you. It's like a like an ice cream cone.
Yeah, like an ice
Yeah.
cream cone. Like,
It would have been funny if you got
because
that
we all
wrong at
move
this
our
point.
ice cream along
Yeah,
our
see?
tongue and not our tongue on the ice cream.
Adventureland's newest attraction, Disney Hand Witch, the one-hand sandwich. It was a cone-shaped sandwich with a filling invented by the Walt Disney Company and served at other places. And yeah, Universal Epic Universe did get them right now.
Oh, they have them?
Yep.
Are they still called hand witches?
No.
What are they called?
I don't know. But they're not called that.
Why are they not called hand witches?
Yeah, they brought them back in Berk, the island of Berk, from How to Train Your Dragon. What?
But we don't know what they're named? Yeah, what were they doing with their hands? They're
Walking
mac
around.
and cheese cones. That sounds way better.
You're saying that sounds better than ham and cheese, pulled barbecue chicken, roast beef, and cheddar melt, and tuna salad? You don't want hot tuna in the Anaheim or Orlando sun?
No, I want
Well-
a scoop of mac and cheese ice cream.
They also did turkey, spicy taco, ground beef, chicken salad, and a vegetable filling with Italian dressing. Would you like seasonal items like seafood salad?
Oh, God.
Or a sweet ambrosia salad sandwich?
I mean,
No, the idea was to encourage you to not stop, so you would continue to move around the park and shop while eating.
were you allowed in the stores with your food?
Probably.
Deaf for blasting segs. Deaf for blasting
Yeah.
segs.
Yeah. And the Hand Witch was based... Well, Walt Disney Imagineering under Eisner came up with it based on Eisner's experiences at the 1964 New York World's Fair. And initially, the sandwich was going to be called the Castle Cone and feature mushu shrimp and mixed berry fillings.
That actually sounds way tastier.
And the advertising materials said it was the sandwich of the future, revolutionary and Disney-licious.
Like, instead of making it... so mushu pork, which I'd eat mushu vegetables in a cone.
No, mushu
That's
shrimp.
Basically what mushu is. Shrimp?
Yeah.
No. Why are we doing so much seafood at this theme park in the hot
Just
Anaheim
getting greasy
sun?
ham hands on everything in the lingerie shop.
Right?
And what's funny is they were
And
like
fruit salad. Fruit salad sounds great in a nice
they
cone.
aggressively were like, it's the future, it's the future, it's the future. So they sold it entirely in futuristic parts of the park and Adventureland.
The last time I ate in the future part of the park, I got terrible but diarrhea. Like
Disney-licious
like
definition,
some of
make
the
the toys
worst
go
I've had
crazy.
my whole life.
You did at the Tomorrowland Terrace.
Yeah, that's how I know that the sound design in the Star Wars Land bathrooms
Yeah.
are great.
Yeah, thanks to Tomorrowland Terrace in Walt Disneyland Resort, or not Walt Disneyland Resort, Disneyland Park in Anaheim, California. And they basically reintroduced it in 2012 with the Crazy Cone Motel, which was a cone witch, which had a chili con carne filling.
The Crazy Cone Motel?
Yeah. The restaurant is the Crazy Cone Motel.
Where?
Cars Land at Disney's California Adventure.
Okay.
With
That
the
makes
chili
sense.
cone
It's the
queso
diarrhea
stand.
of the future.
One was chicken and salsa verde, and then they did a breakfast filling with scrambled eggs and bacon.
Do not speak the
And then-
deep sandwich to me, witch, for I was there when it was handed to me.
By 2022, they had introduced mac and cheese at Disney. So Disney actually had mac and cheese cones before Epic Universe, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, how much is it today? Like 40? I do think a mac and cheese cone sounds like kind of sweet, though. Eggs and bacon in a cone? I would not.
Well, the Crazy Cone Motel look like cones.
I mean, that's cute.
See? They look like traffic cones.
because they're
cars.
traffic cones. Okay, everything makes a lot more sense.
So, yeah,
Black dyed rolls
boy.
and cheese bites in Monsterland. I feel like Monsterland is where you would get terrible
The
diarrhea.
Crazy Cone
though.
Motel 1 has churros. Number 2 has ice cream cones. Number 3 has chili cone queso. Number 4 is frozen cone coctions. And number 5 has pop cone.
Just
Yeah.
pure breast milk, which apparently tastes very strange. Mac and cheese made with breast milk cheese. Can you cheese any kind of
The
milk?
chili cone queso is $10.49.
Is how much?
$10.49.
Eh.
Well, don't add until you see how small it is.
Is it like tiny?
It's not tiny, but it's not.
It's not like, yes, any milk? What about a
See?
mouse milk? Okay, I mean, it's California.
And it's Disneyland.
Yeah,
Remember when
like,
Intern Forrest and you went to Disneyland and we were like, oh, actually, it's wild. Disneyland's cheaper. We're actually saving money by eating out at Disneyland versus San Francisco. Do you remember that? And then you got diarrhea because it was bad?
it was so bad.
I mean, that's what you get for being a vegetarian.
Honestly, like, no.
Intern
Like,
Forrest felt great the whole trip and had no problems. Intern Forrest was the only one of the 3 who had no medical issues arise on the park. He rode Rise of the Resistance 5 times. And Star Tours 5 times.
yeah, don't drink your breast milk unpasteurized.
I'm gonna go take a dip in a shit river. Yuck.
Yuck.
RFK did
Taking
that.
a dip in a shit river?
RFK did that. He took a dip in a river that's known for having, like,
Wait, who did that?
RFK Jr.
I mean, that makes sense. The fucking tracks. I don't know. Did all of the horse tranquilizer make him feel better?
Probably.
Or the horse dewormer?
Probably.
And the door. I mean.
Robert Goof Kennedy. But you know what isn't a shit river? Our leaderboard.
Ooh.
Where Walt Disney murdered 2 men playing polo is in first. More like Disney Bland in second. It's a Paul World Co after all in third. Happiest coordinates in time and space in fourth. Hand Witch Walk Run in fifth. It's very funny to me. But the Hand Witch person did not gain the most. Oh, he murdered 2 men playing polo.
Yep. The one on horses.
Yes, there's a horse. Yeah, polo.
Well, there's water polo.
No, but polo is horse polo. Water polo is water polo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Horse polo.
According to Trivial Pursuit, Walt Disney's horse killed 2 men.
We found the hidden Mickey. It's not murder if it's a sport.
Marco. Yeah, they were playing Marco Polo, and then they killed 2 people. You silly person, blog.
Yeah.
You don't get a Marvel No Prize for that one. You don't get anything at all. And he'll kill again.
And he'll kill again!
I just picture...
On Horsemas Eve!
I picture Walt Disney walking up to someone with a gun out and being like, and here you leave today and enter the world of eternity.
Oh! Now you're a hidden Mickey.
Yeah. Now your bones are in Pirates.
Is that a question coming up?
No.
Okay. So there were real human bones?
Yeah, there were real human bones provided by UCLA Medical Center
They fucking would.
in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Were they donated for that purpose? Was someone
No.
like, I would like
No.
to donate my bones to be put in the Pirates of the Caribbean
Not at all.
ride?
No. They were donated to the medical center, and the medical center was like, I guess you're going in Pirates. Like, SF Gate even reported on it. And, like, eventually they replaced them, and then SF Gate says, quote, one thing the Imagineers couldn't recreate was skeletons. The technology of the time wasn't sophisticated enough to make skeletons that the company felt met their standards of realism.
Mr. Morrow?
So instead of faking it, the Imagineers went to find the real thing straight to UCLA, where they procured
Also-
real human skeletons for the ride.
That's absurd.
It didn't last forever, though. Guillermo quotes Jason Sorrell's book, Pirates of the Caribbean, from Magic Kingdom to Movies, as saying, quote, eventually, as fake skeleton technology improved, a new generation of Imagineers replaced the real ones, which were later returned to their countries of origin and given a proper burial.
Mr. Morrow
Yeah.
is a
So-
Disney vlogger.
They had to return them to their countries of origin.
Oh, were they like
It's
fucking
the question, isn't it?
unpatriated like
Yeah.
bones? Like bones that were just taken from people, not bones that were like
I think so.
donated for
I think
medical
so.
shit?
I mean, allegedly, yes.
Woo!
And today, Disneyland says there's no bones.
There's no bones.
Well, there's no more. So here's the thing. They can say there's no human remains on the ride, but I know they had to shut down Haunted Mansion multiple times.
Why can't you keep your family members' bones?
I don't know, but you can't. It's true.
Why not?
I don't know. You can't keep your pet's bones either, so I assumed you couldn't keep your family members' bones.
You can keep your pets' bones.
Oh, they just have to be treated by a specific thing, right?
No, you can just keep their bones. You can take their bodies home with you.
Oh, right. You just can't. Yeah.
It just like if you want to
You want
have like a
cremated.
cool like
Yeah, that's right.
if you want to have a cool skeleton, then yeah, you have to like
Yeah.
treat them and shit like to get them all good.
But yeah, they
you can do whatever you want
I
if
was
the
gonna say-
Lord's not looking.
Disney can say there's no human remains on rides, but I know they had to shut down the Haunted Mansion because someone spread their ashes. You hear about that? Someone tried to spread their ashes in the Haunted Mansion, and they had to shut it down and clean it up.
I mean,
Yeah. I'm not saying they shouldn't.
how'd they figure that out though?
They saw them because there's cameras everywhere.
Yeah, I suppose. Like, how much do you think you can litter
Yeah, many
in one of the
someones.
rides
It happens
before
a
you
lot.
get in
it
trouble?
happens a lot on Haunted Mansion. There's cameras everywhere, so people, they just see it.
But like, how much before you get in trouble? Like, do you think that like if I
think-
littered like a candy wrapper like
I
falls
think
out of
that's
your
less
pocket?
of a problem.
Like,
I don't think you
but
get in
what
trouble
if
for that.
inside of that candy wrapper are someone's ashes.
Like, here's the thing. People
I'm
do
thinking
it.
these people are not clever enough.
I mean, there's TikToks about how to do it and not get caught. So, like,
So there's
this must have-
definitely human
Yeah,
remains
yeah.
in all of the
yeah,
rides.
probably not all the rides.
Where would there not be rides? Where would
Teacups.
you want to not have
I bet there's
your
not any in the
remains
teacups because it
be?
blows away.
Yeah.
Like, the rides that aren't inside are a lot harder. And they're a biohazard, so it's a huge pain. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you got to do it a little slowly.
Yeah.
They have to be in little baggies.
But also, you shouldn't do it, to be clear. This is a purely hypothetical situation. We're not actually advocating for
Biohazard.
spreading your ashes in Disney rides. You think someone ashes or it broke the cannons on Rise of the Resistance?
They banned Adam the Woo from Universal for getting too close to the bones.
That's true. Also, it would be very funny if when Disney said we don't have bones, Universal was like, oh, we do.
Do they have bones?
Probably.
Where are their bones?
Mummy ride. Feels right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mario. Actually, did you know that the Mario Land has tons of bones?
So many bones.
All the dry bones are made of real human bones.
Right? If it's small enough, if it's in like a clever enough like costuming, camouflaging.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Costume your
Universal's bones are
bones.
everyone walking around turgid from all those sexy minions. You can't just stay here, say stuff here, AGB. Internet Cozy Cone will take it as a fact. That is true.
There is so much wild shit
Yeah, it does.
that gets talked about here, which is absolutely true. How am I supposed to
Yeah.
differentiate?
Luigi actually has a lore-accurate stolen child skeleton on his person at all times. Yeah, you don't know that about Luigi, but he always has a child skeleton with him. And that's why Waluigi's not allowed in the parks, too, because he wasn't stealthy enough about it. Wah! Wait, you can purchase a memorial plaque in Disneyland?
Yeah, fake sneeze. Just blow it. You know?
Oh, you can't. You can't order a plaque in Disneyland. Okay.
Oh.
I was gonna say, can we pretend we have a dead relative named Fluval and raise money to order a plaque? Because I would never die, obviously.
Uncle Fluval.
Uncle Fluval.
Great Uncle Fluval.
Great Uncle Fluval loved Disney so much. I sometimes joke with Alex by saying something ridiculous, but if I say it too deadpan, he thinks I'm just stating a fact. Potatoes looks very innocent. Could absolutely get away with it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You could.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't want to do Florida, though.
You can do bricks outside. Oh, yeah. Fuck the
But
Florida.
why would I
though.
want it to be in Florida?
Fuck Florida.
I don't think
It's
so.
going to be in the ocean in like 2 years.
I mean, look, I don't know if Anaheim has a lot longer.
Yeah, hide it up your nose. And then just wipe your boogers on everything.
Yeah, they don't do the commemorative pavers. Oh,
When
wait.
I was a child, I touched the treasure in Pirates of the Caribbean.
You're not supposed to
and
do
they
that.
didn't catch me.
Well, you're children, they're way more.
and it was
forgiving
only
us.
me and my cousin
Yeah.
on the ride, too. So it's like, it's not like they didn't know which
No.
of the children, like, there were only 2.
But you know, speaking of rides, here's question 2. On Disneyland's Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, riders become rebels who escape a Star Destroyer with the help of which of these heroes? On Disneyland's Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, riders become rebels who help escape a Star Destroyer with the help of which of these heroes? Finn, Leia Organa, Lieutenant Beck, or Poe Dameron? On Disneyland's Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, riders become rebels who escape a Star Destroyer with the help of which of these heroes?
Poe is in the pre-show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
I know Poe is in the pre-show.
Yeah, that's because you Floofle know everything.
I've also been on the ride.
Yeah.
There's photo evidence on Instagram of me on Rise of the Resistance.
That's true. Of course,
I like
bro.
the
It's
chaos.
to increase the speed.
I like the chaos that LED light just saying answers in the chat adds.
Ah, ha, ha, ha.
But
This
Finn
is
is
a
the
trick
answer. This is a trick question. I'm
question.
force choking Fluval. What an incredible threat. I love the suffering that must have been behind that if you're utilizing the dark side, because of course fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate leads to suffering. Also, I have no neck.
She's kind of our Poe Dameron. That's
Who is?
true.
Oh, LED light.
light,
LED light is
yes.
our Poe Dameron. And you do have permission to take off in an X-Wing and blow something up.
No neck. That's why it didn't work.
Yeah, you also can't choke Clive Anderson from Whose Line Is It Anyway with a force choke.
Suffer.
Because he has no neck.
Suffer.
No neck.
I love that your sleep schedule is messed up.
I do
Sleep
too. I think
also, gross, disgusting, third dimensional.
But also,
habit.
Let's switch to a Pacific
Lowly.
timeline, or Pacific time zone. Pacific timeline.
And specific timeline.
Yeah.
I mean, you're from.
What?
Well, you're from Grand Emperor Aquarion,
Me?
not the Pacific.
No, yeah, I'm
specifically.
decanted from Grand Emperor Aquarion, the boundless enclosure, the endless fish tank, the source of all
I know, right?
aquatic
Though,
life. Andor, yeah, I mean that it'll do that.
like, not me spending like an extra 3 hours just laying in bed thinking about Andor. Like,
Here I was. Yeah, we took the week off when I was there,
oh yeah, Flatful.
and only.
I forgot that we only
Why
bought
does
brought
this photo not
Flatful.
work?
Disney is keeping it from
It's
us.
the same photo twice.
Fluval, what were you doing in that photo?
It's the same photo twice, and that one doesn't work.
We need
Oh,
you
Intern
healthy.
Forest noticed it. Weird. I didn't mean to upload the uncaring void of space as one of the photos.
I can't do the voice.
Did he re-upload it? No, he didn't.
Censored.
Well, don't you worry. There's also photos of me on a Star Destroyer in Rise of the Resistance. But let's see what everyone picked.
It
Fi-
showed
yeah,
the
it did.
Disney bones.
5 of you said Finn. 0 of you said Leia. 2 of you said Lieutenant Beck. 5 of you said Poe. Now, interesting answers. What do you think? I mean, I guess you can see in my mind palace, but
Oh, well, I also kind of remember, and also I trust LED light.
the correct answer is all of them except for Leia. So everyone got it right. Riders are supposed to rendezvous with Leia, but she's not present on the ride. Finn and Lieutenant Beck directly help the riders escape, while Poe Dameron gets the Resistance fleet, who help cover your escape at the end of the ride. So Becker, Finn, Poe. That's right,
Who's
Ted Danson.
Becker?
Lieutenant Beck.
Is Ted Danson?
No, Becker's Ted Danson. That was the joke. Lieutenant Beck is the Mon Calamari.
Oh, okay.
Lieutenant Beck here. Beck, oh ho, you're alive. I should hope so. Great job, recruits. Thanks to your heroism, the location of the Resistance base is secure. Bravo!
Sometimes they are. Sometimes no answers are
Sometimes
correct.
there's no answers that are correct. Leia's always with you in your heart.
Yep, writing it.
And Ray's on the ride, too.
Yeah,
he does. He
Yeah,
does. Poe
that
flirts
is
with all of
nice.
you. Get Ted Danson in a Star War.
Ooh,
Mayhem.
Mayhem!
And leaderboard, where Walt Disney murdered 2 men playing polo, is in first. Saw Guerrero Narcist is back.
Yes, Saw Guerrero
Narcist is in second. It's Opal World Coafteralla in third. LED Light goes to Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida in fourth. Three Little Blogs in fifth. The experimental prototype Chatter of Tomorrow in sixth. Roy O. Disney, American Entertainment Executive in seventh. The Little Green Potato. Breathe it in, kid. That's trivia calling. That's trivia calling. We are the thing that answers when the air gets too thick with tension. With trivia. Hamwich Walk Run in ninth. More like Disney Bland in 10th. Happiest Coordinates in Time and Space in 11th. Goofy Foola Luffy in 12th.
Ooh.
Malt Milky in 13th.
Malt
It's a
Milky.
sleepy world.
It's a
14th.
sleepy world.
And find the hidden middies in 15th.
Ha!
Here comes question 3. Muppet Monster Adventure composer Michael Giacchino contributed music for which Disneyland ride? This is also a recurring question. Returning question. Muppet Monster Adventure composer Michael Giacchino contributed music for which Disneyland ride? The Incredicoaster, the Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind, Space Mountain, or Star Tours? The adventure continues.
Like, I think I know the answer, but I am just guessing.
You think you know the answer? Let me...
Oh, I would have guessed wrong. I would have guessed super wrong.
Okay.
Sorry, I saw it in your mind palace.
Now, all of the above, no. Not all of the above.
No, but only for you, blog.
Yeah, it's all of the above for everyone else.
Yeah.
Just not you. For you, it's none of the above.
Can we do that?
I mean, I can take points away, yeah.
But can you make it so
No.
that for one person,
No.
it's always incorrect?
All I could do is make it functionally that way by taking away whatever points they earned. I think I missed this one, said LED Light. Well, let's see what everyone picked. 6 of you said the Incredicoaster. 1 of you said Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind. 4 of you said Space Mountain. 4 of you said Star Tours The Adventure Continues. And, well, these aren't all Disneyland rides, you fools.
You fools!
Incredicoaster and Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind are in Disney's California Adventure.
Fluval.
Michael Giacchino composed music for all of them, but those aren't Disneyland rides.
Fluval. Fluval, why? Fluval, what the fuck?
They're not Disneyland rides. The question said which Disneyland ride. His music has been in Space Mountain since 2005 when it replaced the original music by Dick Dale, and for Star Tours, he arranged music by John Williams. What?
So I would have only gotten it wrong because it was quite tricksy.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, you wouldn't have gotten it wrong because you got it. You would have gotten it wrong because you got it wrong. See, your mistake, and this is a mistake many of you made, is you picked the wrong answer. And what you want to do in a game of trivia is you want to pick the right answer. That's my pro tip for all of you, is pick the correct answer and you'll get points.
Didn't say Disneyland Resort.
Well, it's Disneyland Park.
Oh.
And yes, it did. See? It said that. I don't know what you're talking about. I think I imagined something like an immersive Star Wars cruise that was certainly not a bunker-like hotel, and nothing like that ever existed in California and probably the world. So thankfully, you won't have to answer any questions about that. No, you won't have to answer any questions about Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser at Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida, the hit immersive Star Wars experience that Jenny Nicholson recorded a 4-hour video about that is worth watching if you haven't seen it already.
And it's worth watching again.
It's also worth watching again, yeah. Discover her...
Salt.
Salt. Thank
Salt.
you, Fool Aloof. No, I'm saying if it said resort, then DCA would be included. Right. Oh, you're right. You're right. Because Disneyland Park and DCA are part of Disneyland Resort in Anaheim, California. But it didn't say that, and still doesn't. It says Disneyland Park. So you're wrong.
It is.
And now let's go to our leaderboard, which is also worth watching. Because Walt Disney murdered two men, playing polo is in first. LED Light goes to Walt Disney World in Florida in second. The experimental prototype Chatter of Tomorrow in third. It's Opal World Co. after Allah in fourth. And more like Disney Bland rounding out our top 5 as we go to question 4.
Thank you, LED Light.
Yeah. You weren't wrong. What was the final Disneyland attraction that Walt Disney worked on before his death? Peter Pan's Flight, Pirates of the Caribbean, Snow White's Scary Adventures, The Haunted Mansion. And be sure to answer quick because it's past Walt Disney's bedtime as seen in this GIF.
Oh, no.
So Walt Disney needs to go to bed, so you got to answer this question about the last thing he worked on, the last attraction at Disneyland he worked on before his death.
Before his forever cryo
Frick,
sleep.
I got this wrong last time. Well, let's see if you got it wrong again. I mean, I can check.
I do not remember that this was...
Yeah, this is a returning question, too. They're not all returning, but this one is.
I'm gonna guess...
Yeah, Walt needs to go to bed.
God, it's gotta be Pan or Snow White, right?
You didn't get it wrong this time, 1B. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it is
What do you
Emily.
think it is?
I'm Intern Kristie.
Wait, did I say Emily?
No, LED
I assumed
Light.
that was LED Light's friend. What were you saying? What do you think it is, Intern Charlene?
Yeah, it's always good to support your friends.
Yeah. Intern Charlene, what do you think it is?
It's got to be Peter Pan or Snow White, right? It's not?
No, which is too bad for 3 of you, because 3 of you
Is
picked...
it Pirates?
2 of you picked Peter Pan's Flight. 6 of you picked Pirates. 1 said Snow White. 6 said The Haunted Mansion. Well, 6 of you did get it right.
Oh, which one?
It's Pirates. And that's why I had all that info handy about the real bones in Pirates of the Caribbean. Because that was going to be my Fluval's fact fractal. But the correct answer is Pirates of the Caribbean. The Disneyland version opened in March 18th, 1967.
They're his bones!
Which was 3 years after Walt's death. The ride was originally planned as a walkthrough attraction, but was turned into a boat ride after the success of It's an Apollo World after Koala.
Yep, it was his
At the World's
final
Fair in
wish.
1964. It was his final wish.
For
And
there
you know,
to be
Wiz's
real
final wish...
bones.
Wiz's final wish is, I don't want to retain this much info about Disney parks.
Ha!
But we're going to make you suffer by making you learn more about Disney parks.
Bone ride
After-
is ready.
Bone Ride is ready.
The
As
most
is.
bonical place on earth.
You just won the Super Bowl. What are you going to do next? I'm going to look at the bones at Disneyland. And I'm going to look at our leaderboard, where LED light goes to Walt Disney World in Florida.
Salt.
Has taken first place. The experimental prototype Chatter of Tomorrow in second. More like Disney Bland in third. Walt Disney Murdered 2 Men Playing Polo in fourth. And Roy O. Disney, American Entertainment Executive in fifth. She's more Disney trivia facts now than man. Twisted and evil. Just to be clear, that is not my final wish, just a wish. I mean, you will see how quickly you can forget all these facts.
Yeah.
I do too. Yeah, the teacups were much better at Boneland.
Bone land.
The bone cups, they're skulls that spin around.
Ooh. Bone land.
Boneland is ready. As is question 5. Which of these chips were invented at Disneyland? Cheetos, Doritos, Fritos, or Pringles? This is also a returning question, so you have no excuse.
Shit.
Yeah, no, shit was not invented at Disneyland. It is far older.
I think I know.
Okay, well, don't answer yet. Let them answer. Don't say anything.
Well,
What? Wow, this one is a genuine guess. LED light doesn't know.
hot dog. Hot dog.
Whoop. And I'm not a returning player, so I have an excuse. That's true. Disney
Yeah.
just adopted. Yeah, exactly. They adapted the copy. They took the copyright on shit because it was public domain. I think, remember, this one is tough. I know the heck out of this one. What do you think it is?
Okay, so I think it's Doritos.
Why?
But are Cheetos and Fritos chips?
Yeah.
Cheetos are a chip,
Aren't they?
but they're like puffy.
Yeah.
You know, like a liar.
Yeah. They're chips? Chester Cheeto, not a Disney prince.
Well, here's the thing.
Well, I mean, it's fair as a question. I just thought that
Here's
was
the
you
thing.
being tricksy.
It is me being They're not chips. You're right. They're not chips.
What are they? Are they extruded corn?
You're so close. They are crunchy corn cheese puffs.
I'm pretty sure those are extruded.
Of course they are. Cheetos, formerly styled Chi-Toes until 1998, is a crunchy corn cheese puff snack brand made by Frito-Lay.
Extruded corn cheese puffs.
They were invented in 48.
Oh, wow. Yeah, like David S. Pumpkins. They're their own thing.
Any questions? Well, let's check what you picked then, because hopefully some of you realize they're not chips. None of you picked Cheetos. 6 of you picked Doritos. 6 of you said Fritos. 2 said Pringles. The correct answer is Doritos, but they were
Extrude the rainbow.
they were invented at Casa de Fritos in the 1960s.
Fight.
Again, they were Doritos, but they were born at Casa de Fritos in Disneyland in the 1960s. Doritos were born
What's a
as a way.
Frito?
It's a chip.
It's just a thick
Fritos
corn
chips already
chip.
existed.
I don't
Doritos
like,
were born as a way to dispose of stale tortillas. They went national after Frito-Lay marketing vice president Archibald Clark West learned what Casa de Fritos had invented. West was so deeply, truly committed to Doritos that he even asked his family to throw some Doritos in his grave. And they did.
Wow.
That man loved Doritos so much he got buried with them.
They were cost saving in my Disney.
West's favorites were the original flavor, though he also came around on Cool Ranch.
I really like Cool Ranch a lot.
Yeah,
but
West,
I have liked
would you like to be buried
nacho
with them?
cheese. I'm indifferent.
Yeah, I don't really care. But not that I'll die. But Archibald Clark West remained
Yes,
a taste...
can we throw Doritos in the Haunted Mansion? Like, what if you drop a Dorito in the Haunted Mansion?
you
Will you get in
can.
trouble?
I don't know, but you can throw it. You just might get in trouble. After his retirement, Archibald West remained a taste tester, and as a result, he reportedly taste tested a cheeseburger Dorito, which he found so distasteful he spit it out.
Who?
The guy who made Doritos national hated
Wow.
cheeseburger ones so bad he spit it out. Yeah, human
Death
remains Doritos.
Doritos.
I mean, we're perilously close to human flavored Doritos.
I mean, long pork Doritos.
Long pork Oreos.
Long pork Oreos.
Yeah. Post Malone will do another partnership, but they'll actually taste like Post Malone. Mr. Dorito. I mean, he kind of was Mr. Dorito since he took him national. That's Archibald Clark West.
I feel like the amount of ashes, like, related to the amount of cheese dust,
Yeah.
would still be perfectly fine to sell all of those Doritos.
But
like,
you know what they would be if you put human ashes in with Doritos?
But
They'd be, I mean, Cheetos might go after them because, they'd be dangerously cheesy.
oh,
Absolutely. Oreos will be the brand to go for it. Or Mountain Dew with like blood dew. Or
Yo.
KFC, actually. I could see KFC doing it. Salt won't. But I could see KFC doing it, given like their lickable,
flesh-colored
shit, ramen.
flavored.
Top Ramen might too. I mean, they did breakfast flavored ramen. That was
They
like
did.
maple syrup flavored ramen. I could see
Mountain
that.
Dude.
Mountain Dude. They're pretty good
Yo,
according
salt
to
and
Lowy
vinegar
beings.
chips are amazing.
They're disgusting. They're disgusting. All matter is disgusting.
Yep.
Don't consume it.
It's amazingly disgusting.
You know what else is disgusting?
What?
Well, that was question 5, so it's time for a disgusting segment. This is not a raffle, and given that we have a new viewer, I need to really underscore that. This is in no way a raffle. No money was given to enter. We just sent it to people, including people who are not patrons. And there's some people who don't even watch the show who are entered into this. And nothing of real monetary value is being given. All that you get if your number is pulled is, it's not a raffle. All that you get is the satisfaction of forcing these tickets that would rather be apart be together. They don't want to be together, and you're going to force them to be together like a Thanksgiving dinner. You know?
Exactly.
With your annoying relatives who hate whatever you like, I guess.
Did you really search there for things that third dimensional beings like, and you were coming up empty?
Like, I was like,
Blue.
do I do a, like, if you're a Disney adult, those universal relatives you have? And it's like, well, that's not.
It can be 69.
It's not
LED
fun.
light.
I guess, okay, it's like how you would suffer if you were doing Thanksgiving dinner and you had to sit down with JoJo.
Oh, Paula, I've been sending those in a big envelope to Blogtoven every time I do a raffle ticket send
You
out.
have. Yeah, I know. But, people are both. People are both.
Our first ticket.
They transcend.
LED
that binary.
light. Our first ticket
What?
it's you. It's 396992.
But that's not just 69, though.
But 69 is a huge part of that.
Okay, so so what do you? But what if someone else also has it?
Well, then...
Have you thought this through, intern? Have you thought this through at all? Have you thought through what you could be doing by just saying LED light gets the first ticket when someone else could also have it, and you would have to somehow produce 2 tickets, 3 tickets, because LED light doesn't have a 69 ticket, so you would have to make a 69 tickets to send to LED light and send that ticket to someone else. Have you thought this through? The production snafu you were signing yourself up for.
I mean, you just kind of thought it through for me, Fluval.
Well, but you have to do the production.
Oh no, we're gonna get the FCC called on
Not
us!
the Federation for a Clean Cosmos.
A snack. A snack!
Okay.
Alright, our next ticket.
What is it?
39
420?
order 66
3966 72.
17. I'm sorry, Fluval. Can you all hear Fluval's immense sigh?
Can. No, they can't.
Immense disgruntled sigh. Worthy of a K2SO.
I don't like it here. What's the third one? Hey, he's a Disney prince, so. I mean, you could probably meet him at Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland Park in Anaheim, California, and Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida.
I just love him as
And happy 26th birthday, Farscape, which you can meet at 9 Network Land.
396700.
That's right, by the way, you can meet the show, Farscape, at 9 Network Land. That would be cool. What was it? 3967 what?
396700.
Yeah, they had filmed a like alien movie episode about K2, and then they didn't shoot it.
Which would have been
filmed it. They hadn't filmed it. They had thought
amazing.
about doing it, and then we're like, it might interrupt the pacing.
Lena 700. Also, like, fuck you, Tony Gilroy. You made enough of a masterpiece that you can have a pacing issue.
No, he can't.
To do a K2 as the fucking alien
they also
episode.
they intentionally didn't want to over have him. They didn't want him to lose his comedic spark.
Oh, boo-hoo. He
one of the
has
writers-
to be an artistic genius does he?
One of the other writers got interviewed who did the final 3 episodes.
I keep calling the number on the screen, but it won't let me buy
Shake it off, Sleepy Zane. Shake it off. That'd be great.
Ooh, the Scorpius brain dissection
Yeah, you
ride.
get to see Harvey.
You get strapped to like a big sphere and just get spun around.
They also just have a replica of the roller coaster that Harvey and Crichton go on in one of the episode things in his brain.
Yep. The episode where
Visions.
Harvey, meaning Scorpius, is on a roller coaster was the first time that actor was ever on a roller coaster, and he had to do it in full Scorpius getup.
That rules.
Will you pull up a picture of that for all of us?
Or on the roller coaster.
Of him on the roller coaster. Fluval.
I'm sure that's got to be somewhere.
Where's the Borg Gullet Saw Agrarian experience, huh?
Yeah.
Lies! Deception!
You have to enter thinking of a lie, or it will tell you the truth.
Lies! Deception!
Lies!
And you have to be sorted
Deception.
into either lies or deception.
Are you lies? Or are you deception?
Our next ticket.
No. Stop.
Oh, sorry. I'm so
pulling up
sorry.
The damn picture you asked for.
I'm so sorry, Fluval.
Jeez, Louise. Intern. That's your name, right? Louise. Here we go.
Yeah. I like how they put him in that, like, jumpsuit so that they're like, look, we're only going to do your face.
Well, also, I don't think that the safety stuff would have gone over his shoulder pads.
Floof Gullet will know the truth.
And I think his shoulder pads might have even blocked Crichton's safety thing.
Lies gets to fly the ship, and Deception just gets to press the buttons in the back.
So true. Yeah, no. But you know what's cool is on the revamp of the ship, Deception will get to feed Grogu.
Ooh.
That's what they're doing. And they're revamping the Falcon, and the engineer gets to entertain Grogu as part of their tasks, so that you have something to do.
Honestly, that rules.
Yeah. What's ticket for?
396985.
Okay, so now you have to send LED Light 4 tickets
Yes.
because of your joke. See how things just snowball and you find yourself underwater in ways you didn't expect to be? Nope. No, Maddie. They just introduced Dentic cones at Farscape World. Absolutely, Sleepy Zane. Farscape Land is an Australia Land, America Land science fiction television theme park conceived by Rockney S. Banton and produced by the Jim Henson Land and Hallmark Entertainment, originally for the Nine Network. It premiered in North America Land on the Sci-Fi Channel Sci-Fi Fridays segment on March 19th, 1999 at 8 p.m. Eastern as the network's anchor series. Happy 26th birthday, Farscape Land.
Where is that Reese's Cup
Yeah,
Fusion
Maddie-
Mad Libs website?
Maddie, are you here? Do you have that?
Yeah.
I thought I did, but I don't see it.
Our final ticket. 39, order 6.
Hold up. Okay, what? I'm looking up, trying to see if I
39.
can find the damn thing.
Order
I don't know
66. 75.
396675. Okay, Maddie's on it.
Yes. GeoCities.
Yeah, Maddie says it's not. I think
Yeah.
it's around. Let me find it. Yeah,
A Ghost Bro, yes.
absolutely.
Just like Summer's Bane on
Yeah.
last week's
Wiz World Live.
incredible Wiz World Live when
Featuring
he
me, Fluval.
leaped into our dimension for but a moment.
And what I'm excited about is that means we get to tag ourselves as being on
Yes,
another
I
episode
know
of Wiz World
already.
Live on IMDb.
Ha
Oh,
ha.
Wayne Brady is listed as having been on Grand Trivia on IMDb
Which is amazing.
as a Ghostbuster because of archive footage of him as a Ghostbuster at Universal Studios. You do. So do I. Anyway, here's the Cupfusionator. What's the noun? Give me a noun.
Cup.
Okay. Give me another noun.
Ticket.
Plural noun.
Tickets.
Okay. Plural noun.
Fuck.
Fucks.
Ink
Oh,
cartridges.
fucks.
Okay, fucks.
As in people,
Awesome.
like you fucks.
Okay,
Bone.
bones.
I'll do bone. Another noun.
Bones.
Bone. Plural noun.
Bones.
Okay. Here we go. On Cup Ticket, tickets become fucks who help the bone protect bone from which of these bones? On Cup Ticket, tickets become fucks who help the bone protect bone from which of these bones? And
I hope the bone protect
Yeah.
bone from which of these bones.
and LED light, in case you're confused, here's a video that will explain the Hershey's Cup Fusion thing.
From which of these villains?
I know you know what Hershey Park's Reese's Cup Fusion is. It's this.
Oh my gosh, Gretchen, have you heard about Reese's Cup Fusion at Hershey Park? It sounds amazing.
Yeah, I heard you become some kind of secret agent. But who are we protecting Reese's Central from? Like, evil chocolate chips?
No, silly. It's more intense than that. We have to stop the diabolical Pop Rocks trio.
Pop Rocks Trio? Are they armed with fizzy weapons or something?
I think so, and they're led by the notorious M&M Melt in Your Mouth Marauder. He's scary, but delicious.
Well, I hope we have some backup. What about the Sour Patch Snipers?
No, they defected to the sweet side. Now, it's the Twizzler Thieves and the Renegade Risinettes we have to worry about.
Oh no, are they going to pull a licorice lasso on us?
Missy is right.
Maybe,
All of these
but
ones are
Commander Cup will
non-canonical,
guide us.
including the
Together,
M&M
we'll save
Marauder,
Reese's
who she's
Central and
very
snack on
intrigued
victory.
by. These are non-canonical, unlike
But
Mint
delicious.
the Merciless. And thank you, Things from the Void, for sending both of those to us. And thank you, a whom named Maddie, for making the Cupinator, the Confusionator. What if I just do bone, bones, bone, bones, bone, bone, bones?
Yes.
On bone, bones, bone, bones. Who bone, from which of these bones? On bone, bones, bone, bones. Who bone, from which of these bones?
I just love how many nouns are in that sentence.
I do too. And that was, so yeah, the origin is that was a trivia question on this show. On Hershey Park's Reese's Cup Fusion, riders become agents who help the Reese's security chief, Commander Cup, protect Reese's Central from which of these villains?
Bone.
On Bone, like on God. On Bones, yeah, exactly. The Emily Deschanel show.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And on our leaderboard, we're more like Disneyland is in first. Walt Disney Murdered Two Men Playing Polo in second. Roy O. Disney, American Entertainment Executive, in third. LED Light Goes to Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida, in fourth. Oh my God, that would be incredible.
You have the website to help you.
It's Opal World Co. After All in fifth. And Walt Disney Murdered Two Men Playing Polo gained the most points on that question, gaining 953 points. While Hanwich Walk Run lost the most, losing 916 points on question 5. But now, let's put all that behind us and move forward. Into tomorrow.
Suffering.
With question number 6. Which of these paint companies sponsored an exhibit in Tomorrowland where guests could have the thrilling experience of mixing colors together? Was that Artbright, Dutch Boy, PPG, or Varathane? Which of these paint companies sponsored an exhibit in Tomorrowland where guests could have the thrilling experience of mixing colors together? Was that Artbright, Dutch Boy, PPG, or Varathane? Just guessing now, says Single Walk Run. Do you know the answer to this?
I think I do.
Intern, what do you? I mean, don't tell me yet.
But I could be wrong.
Okay. Interesting.
It's the silliest one.
I'm guessing now. Well, I can't imagine anything Walt Disney would feel more strongly about than a company named Dutch Boy.
You know, that was my thinking too.
Better or worse than Monsanto sponsoring World's Fair stuff? Slightly more exciting than watching paint dry. What one be? You don't know the history of Disney's corporate sponsors? Well, let's see who does, huh? 2 of you said Artbright. 6 of you said Dutch Boy.
I'm like, that's such a silly
5
name.
of you said PPG. None of you said Varathane. The correct answer is, in fact, Dutch Boy.
Oh!
The Dutch Boy Paint Gallery had discs.
You told me about this,
did.
but did you tell me the name of the
Yes, I
company?
did.
So I might have just been remembering.
The Dutch Boy Paint Gallery had discs that guests could rotate to mix colors.
Oh, that's cool.
And it would play a sound if you had a good color or a bad color.
What's a bad color?
Well, I don't know, but they also had a coloring book.
I like how all of the pictures are in black and white.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, they're not all.
Oh, okay.
So
Wait,
see,
show us a bad color.
there's not that many photos of it.
But I want to see
But
what
here's
a
the
bad
Dutch Boy
color
coloring book.
Is this like in the village where the bad color is just red?
I mean, no. Probably like brown, like, you know,
What's
muddy
wrong with
colors.
brown?
Nothing, but it's the 60s. No.
No bad colors. All cops are bastards.
Yeah.
All colors are bastards.
So yeah, presented to you through the courtesy of your Dutch Boy paint dealer, your neighborhood color center. Hi. Here's the big rocket ship that was a big part of Tomorrowland, where you blast off for Tomorrowland. That's a good point. Ice cream from a gay pushcart.
Ah!
That's
That's
right.
why. That's why we did this.
This is why we had this. In Tomorrowland, you could get ice cream from a gay little pushcart. Hey, that's my push. I love our entire audience is like, that's me at my gay little push cart.
Oh, hey, that's me. That's me, the gay little push cart.
Tell me about the color center. I don't know. Give me something I can use, Lonnie. Tell me about the color center. Gay little push cart is my grinder profile. Well, here's Color is Fun. Dutch Boy's special show.
Oh!
A gay little push tart. Here we go. Dutch Boy dials his color chart. So see it like it's like it's harmony.
Oh, okay.
So it's like it's bad is are they harmonious or not?
I love the scallops.
All right, so if you choose a harmonious color, Dutch boy, color discs, Jeddah, gay pushcart. If you choose harmonious color, it plays a happy sound. If you don't, it plays an angry sound. For inside, for outside, for any surface in your house, use Dutch Boy paints, the paints selected for Disneyland. Boys and girls, I hope you'll enjoy this book. Please show this page to your parents. Thanks a lot, the Dutch Boy. For inside, paint new life into drab or tired rooms. This isn't as funny.
Let's look at that gay little push cart again. I want to see the gay little push cart.
Look at his little mustache.
Look at that little gay little push
It
cart.
looks like Paul F. Tompkins has a gay little push cart. A Dutch boy, kind of a creep. But the ice cream guy?
Leave that
Respectful.
nice gay push cart on.
He's
alone.
just there to sell ice cream. And, like, where's his hand? Dutch boy learning about Dutch men.
Dutch man. Yeah, of course Paul F. Tompkins has a gay little push cart.
Dutch boy feels good in a place like this.
The ruffly bottom, yes.
Yeah, and so that was how it worked. Yeah, it's like you picked a good combo. Happy music. Bad combo. Sad, angry music. Bah. 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 The rotating gels on the ceiling of this exhibit have always fascinated me. The Dutch Boy coloring book is now for $5 on eBay. A wonderful glimpse back at a time when American corporation wasn't viewed as the enemy. Thanks, Dave.
Who's Dave?
It's Dave's website.
Oh. Oh, did Dave say that?
No. He just posted this completely apolitical profile of tomorrow, of this whole thing. He did not politicize this at all. He just like, here's a photo. Today's installment of the Tomorrowland exhibit series shows photos from the Dutch Boy Paint Gallery, which lasted from 1956 to 1963, featuring colors. The other 3 photos I have from this exhibit feature the color discs on the ceiling. Guests could have fun with color by arranging the color wheels. Musical notes will let you know whether you picked a good or bad combo. First up is this photo. Undated. As an extra bit of fun, here are some pages from the 1957 Dutch Boy Paint Disneyland coloring book. Feel free to get out your Crayolas for this one. That's it.
And someone's like, "Wow."
This guy in the captions is like, "Well, actually, now they would view the gay little push cart as the enemy because of its being a Dutch boy."
Like, I can't tell if that person is being like,
No.
"Oh, Dave, you bootlicker, you're talking about when corporations weren't the enemy. They've always been the enemy." Or is he like, "Dave,
No.
you woke mind virus
It's that
fool."
one. It's that one. Walter World is a tech consultant from Pocatello, Idaho, who enjoys then and now photo studies, the collection of postcards and other cultural ephemera.
And licking the boots of corporations.
And complaining about woke people thinking that corporations have problems. On Walt Disney's Tomorrowland,
that
writers
wasn't
become
even
painters
written about.
who help the Dutch boy protect his gay little pushcart from which of these colors? Doesn't have a single pushcart friend, I assure you. No, absolutely. And I don't know if, Pocatello might have a pushcart area, but I don't know for sure. He doesn't go there either way. But you know where he also doesn't go? Our little pushcart leaderboard. Where more like Disneyland, Disney Bland.
Water's making the pushcarts gay.
Well, the Dutch boy's making the pushcarts gay. More like Disney Bland in first. Walt Disney murdered 2 men playing polo in second. LED Light goes to Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida in third. Roy O. Disney, American Entertainment Executive in fourth. And it's a Paul World Co. after Allah in fifth. The woke executives got all the gay little pushcarts removed from the parks. Ugh, ladies and gentlemen, I remember when Disneyland was filled with gay little pushcarts, brim to brim. That was when it was right. That was when it was best. Now, I have to get rid of my gay pushcart. No, you don't. Real Americans want to keep gay little ice cream carts in Disneyland. But these coastal elites want to get rid of these gay little treats. Was the push the trash can gay? Probably. I think he was in we didn't know it at the time, but actually he was in a loving relationship with Rock Hudson. They were very close friends.
History will remember them as roommates.
As roommates. Polyamorous push? Yeah, I mean, it was the 60s. It's the 60s.
It's the 60s.
Now I want to see a Flintstones parody where it's Fred and Wilma are polyamorous and have key parties, and every time it opens up, it just goes, it's the 60s. All little dinosaurs are very reluctantly accepting of their lifestyle,
Free push carts. Yeah. We all need
Yeah.
our own gay little push carts.
Look, from each according to their push carts, From each according to their abilities to each according to their gay little push carts. Sounds like a push cart all time. That actually came up in the comment section on that site because someone was like, I'm wondering if gay little push cart is a wink. And someone said, I don't think so. It was just the 60s. Remember gay old time? Tariffs are going to squash our gay little push carts. Absolutely.
GLPCs.
Now, why don't we ride a gay little push cart to question number 7? Who is the original sponsor of Disneyland's Adventure Through Inner Space? That's right. The corporate sponsors questions continue. Who is the original sponsor of Disneyland's Adventure Through Inner Space? Was it Bayer, Dow Chemical, Monsanto, or Northrop Grumman?
By inner space, do they mean
The body.
inside the human? Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, they mean even smaller.
Like in between atoms? Quantums?
Yeah, now it would be an Ant-Man ride, is what you are correct.
Quantum physicses? Is it like that? What the bleep do we know?
Yeah, it's like the movie by that guy who was in Nexium.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like that.
Wow.
It's so funny to me that they haven't actually... It actually is wild to me they haven't brought this back as PIM Labs presents Adventure Through Inner Space, where you see Ant-Man going through the Adventure Through Inner Space.
I mean, the quantum realm would be a pretty fun
I mean, yeah, it's like a
zone.
natural fit to appease the parks people and the Marvel zombies. No.
Isn't Northrop Grumman
Arms manufacturer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've heard Wiz say that
Yeah. I got a sponsored ad in my email.
viscerally, just "Argh."
Do you want to
What
work for
the
Northrop Grumman?
fuck?
And no. But I know.
No.
Wouldn't it be good? But let's see who is the original sponsor of Disneyland's Adventure Through Inner Space as I move around. You did. 3, you did. You totally did. 3 of you said Bayer. 3 of you said Dow Chemical. 6 of you said Monsanto. And 2 of you said Northrop Grumman. As given away by LED Light, the correct answer is in fact Monsanto. The Agent Orange manufacturer was the sponsor when the ride opened in 1967 and remained the sponsor until 1977. The attraction closed in 1987 to make room for the construction of Star Tours. The ride's premise was that the Monsanto Mighty Microscope. The ride's premise was that the Monsanto Mighty Microscope shrunk riders down to smaller than an atom. While they shrunk, they saw electrons, water molecules, and more. The attraction's opening and closing song were Miracles from Molecules, which connected the adventure of the ride with the corporate mission of Monsanto.
Microscrote. Just a gay little microscrote.
My gay old microscope.
I was not made to suck microscrote.
You want to hear the lyrics of their song?
Yes?
Miracles from Molecule. I'm going to do it like I'm William Shatner.
Okay.
Miracles from molecules all around us everywhere. There are miracles from molecules in the earth, in the sea, the air. Now men with dreams are furthering what nature first began, making modern molecules from molecules for man. Every atom is a world, an infinity unfurled, a world of inner space without an end, a world of mystery, of endless energy with treasures more than man can ever spend. Miracles from molecules are dawning every day. Discoveries for happiness in a fabulous array.
Ooh.
A never-ending search is on by men who dare and plan, making modern molecules from Rido for man, making modern miracles for molecules for man. Oh, you can still hear it at Adventureland or Tomorrowland.
Oh, was that the end of it?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, good.
You can actually still hear it. I could have done it to the actual song.
Salt.
What's this? See? Thank you for warding off those evil spirits.
Okay, I kind of love this, though.
From miracles, from molecules to miracles, from man.
I liked it when it was chaotic at the beginning.
Yeah. Well, and if you like area music, be sure to listen to the latest podcast, The Ride, all about area loops. The music you can hear while you walk around areas in Disney parks. No.
Just no.
Let me make sure there's no questions about Universe of Energy. There's not. Okay, I'll do it. Well, I needed to be sure. I didn't want to like accidentally give anything away.
True. Fair. Very fair.
I know it's fair. You know, I'm not gonna play that actually because
Okay.
I don't want it to get. I want to lower the chance of getting demonetized. So listen to that on your own time. As we go to question number leaderboard, where Walt Disney murdered 2 men playing polo is in first. LED Light goes to Walt Disney World in Florida in second. More Like Disney Bland in third. Bones in fourth. And Roy O. Disney, American Entertainment Executive in fifth. LED Light goes to Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. Gained the most points on that question, getting 899. While the experimental prototype Chatter of Tomorrow lost 792 points. As we go to question number 8. Which of these is not a real Monsanto-sponsored Disneyland attraction? Monsanto's Fashions and Fabrics Throughout the Ages, Monsanto Hall of Chemistry, Monsanto House of the Future, or Monsanto's Farmtastic Farm? Which of these is not a real Monsanto-sponsored Disneyland attraction? 3 of them are real, 1 of them is fake. Which of these is not a real Monsanto-sponsored Disneyland attraction? Do you think you know the answer, Intern Toontown?
I do.
Okay. I think I picked the wrong answer by answering.
But I know it because you
We
told
talked about
me.
it, yeah. Happy anniversary, Farscape. A bright spot in this Monsanto trivia cul-de-sac. What do you think it is?
I know which
Okay.
one it is, but that's because I remember you telling me
2 of you
about
said
it.
Monsanto's Fashions and Fabrics Throughout the Ages. 2 of you said Monsanto's Hall of Chemistry. 1 of you said House of the Future. 7 of you said Monsanto's Farmtastic Farm, and that is correct. The rest are all real. The Farmtastic Farm is, in fact, the one we made up.
It is also the funniest sounding one.
Sure is.
Potatoes.
That was the
Boil 'em,
hint.
mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew.
It was too good to be true. But here's Fashions and Fabric Throughout the Ages, which was a short-lived Monsanto Tomorrowland display. I burped up the suffering. I don't know if you heard that. But here we go. Fashion and
Spicy
Fabrics
suffering today.
Throughout the Ages. A fascinating exhibit that traces the history of fashions and fabrics from prehistoric times through the miracle fibers of today. So what the exhibit was is a bunch of historic gown replicas and propaganda about how nylon and acrylic fibers are, quote, the culmination of 3,000 years of attempts by scientists of many nations to duplicate that gossamer product of the silkworm.
And they're gonna be on Earth for 3,000 more years at least.
Yeah. And Monsanto at that point employed 52,000 people. So yeah, see, here we got pre-Christian era Cleopatra, Rococo period, dress and court suit worn at Mount Vernon, late and early Victorian, a Garfield inaugural dress and gown ball gown worn by wife of
gown
President
ball.
Tyler. The 1920s, flapper dress, worn by Miss Sinjouette. Clothing from Napoleonic era to late Victorian period. Antebellum is a dress from Mary Todd Lincoln's wardrobe. The favorite early evening gown of Jean Harlow for the 30s, and turn of the century an opera gown of Sarah Bernhardt. Mrs. Neanderthal probably never uttered that familiar complaint, "I haven't a thing to wear," for fashion as such did not exist in prehistoric times. The first needle, made of bone with an eye, was used to lace hides with sinews and vegetable fibers. Yeah. I like Wiz immediately correcting this.
It's like, what are you talking about? Of course it did.
Linen, woven from flax on hand looms, was the most widely used of fabric in the pre-Christian era. From the dynasty of Queen Nefertiti in 1250 BC to Cleopatra 11 centuries later. In the Greece of Plato and Aristotle, both men and women wore classically simple draped garments made from uncut lengths of wool or linen. The toga was a masterpiece of complicated draping of a single piece of white wool.
Wiz, can we just get a history check on all of
they're
this?
They're definitely not all white. Togas were not all white. The art of silk making was first discovered by the Chinese at the time and place now obscure. So that's my favorite part.
Yeah.
It's like so specific for, I know, right? Like white, exactly. White is more complicated. It remained one of history's best kept secrets until eggs of the silkworm were secretly brought from China by Persian monks and introduced in the Western world in the 4th century. Yeah, that's what I figured was.
Yeah.
By 500 AD, man had discovered all the natural fibers, and until the 1930s could only improve and refine what his ancestors had discovered. In the early years of the Middle Ages, men and women wore identical loose-fitting wool and linen garments. Now, it is obviously not true that people in the Middle Ages wore identical garments. Right? Like, that is so on its face ridiculous. Positioning it as, in the past, people all conformed and wore identical garments, but now in the era of mass production, people wear unique items that only they wear. Is insane. In the early years of the Middle Ages, men and women wore identical loose-fitting wool and linen garments. This entire question was just to go through this thing. The Renaissance in the 14th century Europe stimulated the wide use of silk, velvet, satin, and brocade for fashion-conscious nobility. In the 18th century, England took the world leadership in fashion. Bullshit. And gowns of satin, silk, and velvet were extravagantly embroidered, laced, and beribboned.
You know, like a liar.
Yeah. England, the fashion hotspot of Europe. England, the Gorman of Europe. The 19th century was marked by elegance, elaborate and expensive silks. Satins, damasks, brocades, and crinolines were worn at any time of day or evening. Sarah Bernhardt set the fashion pace in the early 20th century as she appeared in a gown of black net, sprinkled with jet sequins. England, the Paris of Europe. Exactly, Sleepy Zane. The flappers of the Roaring Twenties popularized the short and backless wisp of a dress.
Wisp.
The short and backless wisp of a dress.
Wisp.
My dear, you're wearing a wisp of a dress.
Wisp.
Yeah, exactly. In some ways, history is a flat circle, and I know that because I'm poorly educated. Me, a gay pushcart. Thank you for this tribute. Things from the void. That's right, it's the new trend where you play a segment's bumper after it's over instead of before.
I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty avant-garde. It's pretty avant-garde. People haven't thought about it before. But Disney did think about the breakthrough to man-made fibers.
Oh.
Because that's right, we're not done with this bullshit yet. Rayon. History's first man-made fiber came into widespread use in the 1930s, following more than 3,000 years of attempts by scientists of many nations to duplicate the gossamer products of the silkworm. First discovered in 1884, the cellulosic fiber stepped out into big business on the trim legs of short-skirted flappers after World War I. It does look very Michelin-made. In the 1930s, rayon became a popular dress fabric because it had the luxury look of silk but was low in cost. In contrast to the centuries-old quest for artificial silk, which led to the development of rayon, nylon was discovered by accident. Again, as in rayon, it first appeared in women's hosiery in 1938 and was instantly successful. Subsequent years have brought many exciting and diversified applications for this remarkable chemical achievement. And then it just keeps going. But I just love... And then Monsanto is proud to contribute to textile advances through its continuing programs of research designed to satisfy your fashion needs of tomorrow. But the thing about, in the Middle Ages, people wore identical garments.
Yo!
Oh, it absolutely is in Death Stranding too, yeah. Oh, with your gay little pushcart, you wear that Michelin Man outfit. Pretty good look. And thank you to gorillas.blog.blogspot.com for documenting all of that. But that's not the only thing Monsanto sponsored. There was also the Monsanto Hall of Chemistry. Leave your ticket book in your attraction. So yeah, you didn't even need a ticket to go here. But a full-page ad in the LA Times describes the Monsanto Hall of Chemistry as Monsanto in Tomorrowland shows you the romance of chemistry, how chemically made products benefit your life, your food, how they can make a new and startling world tomorrow. Your food, clothing, housing, health, and transportation all depend on chemistry, and the future holds some exciting, wonderful things in store for you. It shows the romance of chemistry, how chemically made products benefit your life, how they can make a new and startling world tomorrow.
The romance of chemistry.
The romance of chemistry. Attraction with no line. Postcard. This is inside. The Chematron.
Ooh.
Upon entering Monsanto's Hall of Chemistry, you will see the Chematron. Huge, shining tubes of the 8 basic materials found in nature, from which countless chemicals and plastics can be made. One of these is, of course, none other than...
Salt.
Another coal, another water, but from these 8 common substances come almost 500 different Monsanto chemicals and plastics.
Blind snake.
Thank you, blind... Oh, that was it. That's because that was a test. I tested it.
Oh. That's a cool name.
Yeah.
Did you come up with that name?
No.
Oh.
I should just make a fake name. And you'll see how these promise to build a new and easier way of life for you.
It's the Chematron!
The Young Earth Energy Program. It's a lie. All of it. All to cover their real purpose. The Chematron.
The Chematron.
Did you know from coal it's possible to make over 250,000 substances? From plastics to perfumes, from drugs to disinfectants, hundreds of things you use today and will tomorrow are derived chemically from coal. And they each have a fanciful plastic sculpture on the top. And it's prettier at night.
Magnificent.
Yeah. There it was. By America the Beautiful. Which was presented by the Bell telephone system. Shout out to Phony.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was it. And the fun thing is, wasn't about the future. It was just about products they had right now. Thank you, Cool Sheep.
Thank
But
you,
you know,
Cool Sheep.
what was about the future, also from Yesterland, as that was, is the Monsanto House of the Future.
Oh.
Which was about how plastic would replace plaster, wood, wool, and other traditional materials in your home.
Well, that did happen.
But not to the degree they thought. The floors on which you are walking,
no.
the gently sloping walls around you, and even the ceiling are made of plastics.
Oop.
Yeah, see? The whole thing was that your house be made of plastics. Too.
It will replace the cells in your brain's
Yeah.
home. The body.
Your eyes will be drawn to atoms for the living kitchen. And so, yeah, here it goes. Every shower head and stuff is near the water heater. It doesn't seem like a bad layout as much as it is all about plastics. Yeah, that's it. It's just plastic.
Plastic.
The house was the marriage of converging needs. Because home builders could barely keep up with demand as families moved to the suburbs. And they wanted plastic. and Monsanto wanted plastic in everything. And then there's a whole book about it on Indiegogo as well. Dave Bossert did a whole book about it. So if you want to learn more about the House of the Future, you can get his book. And they have brought it back multiple times as homages. But also, like all of Monsanto's interests in Disneyland, it stopped because Vietnam, and they made Agent Orange, and all of a sudden Disney was like, I don't know if I want you here. I mean, it'll happen. And then in 2018, Bayer acquired Monsanto, so it no longer exists. And we use plastics to this day with no ill effects because you don't consume matter, so none of them would be inside you. Or on our leaderboard. He would. More Like Disney Bland is in first place. Walt Disney Murdered 2 Men Playing Polo in second. LED Light goes to Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida in third. Bones in fourth. And Royo Disney, American Entertainment Executive, is in fifth place as we now go to question number 9. Our penultimate question of this game of Disneyland trivia. Here we go. Which of these is a true fact about Disneyland's opening day? A car crashed on Autopia, a tiger and a panther fought on Main Street, Sleeping Beauty's castle almost caught fire, or the Mark Twain riverboat sank? Which of these is a true fact about Disneyland's opening day? And the correct answer is my favorite thing that happened on Disneyland's opening day is my hint. All of the above seems to be the dominant answer in the chat so far. Interesting. Interesting.
But then Missy and Blog would be the ones to Trixie, y'all.
They would be the ones to try to throw you off. Also, Blog thinks everything's multiple choice, or all of the above. And he's almost always wrong. Is he wrong this time? Well, 2 of you said the correct answer was a car crashed on Autopia. 3 of you said a tiger and a panther fought on Main Street. 4 of you said Sleeping Beauty's castle almost caught fire. 3 of you said the Mark Twain riverboat sank. But it is, in fact, all of them.
Yep.
All of these things happen on opening day, and my favorite thing is that all of those happened on opening day. The Pirates of the Caribbean broke down, and the pirates ate the tourists, says LED Light. That's the 5th thing.
Yeah.
But here's a Mental Floss article, 10 things that went disastrously wrong on Disneyland's opening day. Number 1, fake tickets flooded the park. It was invite only and not for public consumption. And it was all for celebrities and families of employees, but tons of counterfeit tickets happened to the point that they were expecting 15,000 guests in total, but more than 28,000 people entered the park.
Yeah, before QR codes.
Yeah. Yeah, and one man set up a ladder outside of one of the park's fences and charged $5 per person to climb the ladder and sneak in.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Traffic was backed up so long that people had to pee in the parking lot and on the side of the freeway by the time they got there because they just couldn't go to the bathroom, you know? They're backed up for 7 miles on the freeway.
That is an extremely Simpsons level.
The park was covered in wet paint and weeds because it wasn't done. So the canal boats of the world already had weeds all over the riverbanks. And so instead Walt just added signs with Latin plant names to make it look like the weeds were supposed to be there. And a bunch of rides weren't ready, including the Rocket to the Moon, which was going to show what space travel would be like in 1986. But I love the Latin names. Visitors
were they the Latin names of those
I believe
plants?
They were the I'm sure they were the accurate
Not
ones.
just like Lorem Ipsum.
Visitors wiped out the food and drink supply within hours. So within a few hours, no food or drink was available for the rest of the day. There was a plumber's strike. Because because of the strike, Walt had to choose, am I going to finish the water fountains or working restrooms? And he finished the restrooms. Yeah, there were no handwiches. A few days before...
Or he could have made the third choice, pay the plumbers.
Or delay the opening until the strike's resolved amicably.
Do what the union wants.
He should have done what the union wanted, but... A few weeks before the opening, there was a major reading. Dick Nunes, chairman of Walt Disney Attractions, explained to Wired, "There is a plumbing strike. I'll never forget this. Well, hey, we're lucky Walt didn't try to hit them with his car like he did the animators and they were on strike. So the contractor was telling Walt, there ain't enough hours in the day to finish the restrooms and finish all the drinking fountains. And this is classic Walt. He said, well, you know, they could drink Coke and Pepsi, but they can't pee in the streets. Finish the restrooms.
Yes, they can.
They could if you gave them money.
The clowns represent the
Yeah,
union, guys.
he did. The weather was over 100. It was 100 degrees. It was 100 degrees, and there were not water fountains.
Oh my god!
And the asphalt melted. That's true. The asphalt melted.
The idea that it would be an integrated space is insane.
The asphalt melted.
Wow.
Well, actually,
100 degrees?
Yeah. Actually, to be fair, Disneyland was never racially segregated. No, Disney was actually never racially segregated. It was an integrated space.
Oh, well, that's because California.
Yeah. But it was it's one of the few theme parks that was never segregated.
What was a meth?
Oh, the melt. That's fair. My source is mental floss. So it's a little. The rides kept breaking down. The Mark Twain riverboat sank because 500 people crammed onto the attraction.
Don't go on boats!
Yeah, 500 people crammed onto the attraction, so it went off its track and sank in the mud.
Don't go on
I know.
boats!
Sleeping Beauty's castle almost caught fire because of a gas leak.
Oh, Jesus!
Yeah, there was a gas leak that prompted the closing of Adventureland, Fantasyland, and Frontierland for a few hours, while flames from the leak were seen trying to engulf Sleeping Beauty's castle.
Oh my god!
Walt was so busy during opening day that he didn't learn about the fire until the following day.
What the fuck?
And ABC tried to do a live show. Tried to do a 90-minute live TV special with Art Linklater, Bob Cummings, and Ronald Reagan.
The ocean waterways are not for humans. They are not for humans, and parks are out of them.
There were miscues, on-air flubs, hot mics, and guests were tripping over the camera cables, and co-host Bob Cummings was caught making out with a dancer just before going on the air.
Wow.
Yeah. So, is it
bromine. Bromine. Not for humans. A ghost bro. Plenty of things that aren't for humans are cool.
I don't know why it thought I wanted to watch one of those videos. I'm trying to find the makeouts. They should have done the, time code thing. Yeah, that's the one I don't know why it thought I wanted to watch. So here it is.
Well, folks, as you can see, I'm here at the Mardi.
That rules.
Oh my god!
Well, folks, as you can see, I'm here at the Mardi Gras forever.
Wait, I want to watch it again. Okay, how do I... Let's slow it down. So we can really see their facial expressions. Like, look at her. She's like, oh no! I'm on camera!
Oh!
Well, folks, as you can see, I'd like to stay here at the Mardi Gras forever.
He sounds drunk with it slow. As you can see, I'd like
Wait, Fluval, we haven't talked about the panther and the tiger fighting.
I'd like to stay here at
Fluval.
Mardi Gras forever.
Fluval.
What?
We haven't talked about the panther and the tiger fighting.
It's supposed to be there.
It's not there.
It is in here. It wasn't a heading. Okay, here we go. No, it's in here. Here we go. The growing pains didn't stop on opening day. In the first few weeks after... Oh. Yeah, no, and a tiger and a panther escaped from the circus attraction, which resulted in a furious death struggle between the animals on Main Street, USA. Okay, here's the book.
Furious death struggle.
Yeah, that's from the Magic Kingdom, the book The Magic Kingdom. Here we go. Walt Disney and the American Way of Life. Furious death struggle.
I like how death struggle appears multiple times.
But furious death struggle doesn't. Where's that damn quote from, Mental Floss? Linked out. And it does.
I know, right?
It does look like it. Panther. Oh, here we go. No, it does use it. I don't know why the search didn't work. I'll just share it from here. The Western Stagecoach in Frontierland had to be dropped because of its tendency to become top-heavy and turn over when more than a few passengers climbed aboard. Another of Walt's pet ideas, a live circus, was quietly phased out as problems mounted. Once a herd of llamas escaped from confinement to go stampeding through the park before being recaptured. And during the old-fashioned circus parade down Main Street, USA, a tiger and a panther broke through the partition separating them and began grappling in a furious death struggle. Horrified onlookers witnessed a bloodbath before attendants could bludgeon and separate the big cats.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
But such snafus rarely disrupted the Disneyland experience. And then Nixon went,
What the fuck?
and Nixon said, "Oh, this is a paradise for children and grown-ups too. My children have been here after me for weeks to bring them here." Yeah.
Wow. How many big cats were bludgeoned on opening day?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Another occasional glitches also provided grist for the story mill. For example, Walt nurtured a misplaced faith in the educational possibilities of the Autopia ride, believing that children would drive these miniature cars on a mock freeway and learn respect for one another and for the rules of the road. After a couple of weeks, however, only 6 cars survived the original 36. And the staff had to report that the children loved the ride mainly for the excitement and hilarity of smashing into one another.
Ah!
And that's why they had to do the rail. That's why he had to go to the boardwalk, the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, which has a car ride on rails, and take that rail for Autopia. It was because kids just smashed into each other and caused car accidents for the fun of it.
I mean, I would too.
I know you would. I have no doubt in my mind that you would. Nor do I have any doubt that this is what's on the leaderboard. But yeah, they should recreate the panther bludgeoning at every Mardi Gras parade. Yeah, it should be the host makes out with a dancer, looks, and sees the panther and tiger fight and get bludgeoned. It should be Tigger and a panther fighting and getting bludgeoned until they're dragged apart.
Wow.
But on our leaderboard, it's more like Disney bland.
The Lion King.
But it's a tiger.
Well, it's a tiger and a panther. Oh, I guess.
Panthers aren't lions. Yeah, T'Challa.
Yeah. Or the one from the Jungle Book.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's better.
I don't remember his name.
More like Disneyland in first. Walt Disney murdered 2 men playing polo in second. LED light goes to Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida in third. Bagheera. In fourth. Bones! Or in orange, should I say, in fourth. Bones. In fifth, Roy O. Disney, American Entertainment Executive. In sixth, it's Opal World Co-After-All. In seventh, Hand Walk. That's true. The checker speech was in the El Capitan, now called the Avalon in Ichwood. The seventh, Hand Witch Walk run. In eighth, the experimental prototype Chatter of Tomorrow. In ninth, Saw Gerrer Narcist. In 10th, Happiest Coordinates in Time and Space. In 11th, It's a Sleepy, Sleepy World. In 12th, The Little Green Potato. In 13th, 3 Little Blogs. In 14th, Malt Milky. In 5th, Find the Hidden Maddies. And in 6th, bringing up the rear, it's Goofy Foolaloofy. Gosh. The man loved his weird places to give us reach. Nixon, that is. As we go to our final question. Question number 10. Freaking gosh. This question is about Disneyland Park in Anaheim, California. Nixon, weird? What? 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 What?
All in,
All in, baby. I assume Wiz is also all in because his honor so demands it.
It is the only honorable thing to do.
So much honor in the chat. I feel something honor in the chat tonight.
Oh,
Lord. Ba-doo, ba-boo, 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 ba-boo. Now here we go. Question number 10. Which of these characters was previously featured at Disneyland? The High King of Hosiery, the King of Hats, the Princess of Panties, or the Wizard of Bras? Which of these characters was previously featured at Disneyland? The High King of Hosiery, the King of Hats, the Princess of Panties, or the Wizard of Bras? You did work at a bra company.
That's a good point.
That's true.
That is a very good point.
That's a great point. You are a wizard and you worked at a bra company.
Answer too false.
But which of these characters was previously featured at Disneyland Park? The High King of Hosiery, the King of Hats, the Princess of Panties, or the Wizard of Bras? Seen here is Darth Vader saying YOLO. I feel like it could be any of these and they all will be delightful. It's not all of the above. See, I told you, Blog always thinks it's all of the above.
Yeah.
And it often isn't. Not always isn't, but often isn't. Well, let's see what you picked. 6 of you said the High King of Hosiery. 2 of you said the King of Hats. None of you thought it was the Princess of Panties. And 3 of you thought it was the Wizard of Bras. That is where King of Hats came from, is Chug Clamato, who wears a ton of hats.
Oh, I see.
Do you not know Chug Clamato and the King of Hats?
What is Chug Clamato? I know. I have a friend who would chug Clamato.
Well, yeah, when he came back from Hong Kong, the last thing
he
he
did
before
a
COVID,
lot of chugging Clamato before he went to Hong Kong.
I know, but his last thing at a party pre-COVID was chugging Clamato and throwing it up.
Yeah.
You want to see all of them? Well, they're not all real. Only one of these is a real character. It was a Gethard show thing, and it is proving annoyingly hard to find the King of Hats and Chug Clamato.
Oh, I remember them. Now that I know that they were Gethard show things, I remember.
Oh, now
them.
Sure.
Well, I couldn't place it in my head.
Sure, now you remember.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wiz.
It's the superior research skills.
Well, that's not the video.
But
it points me in the right direction. There is a video. There is a web promo that they're both in, unless they took it down, which is always a thing you have to.
There's a gift.
There we
There's
go.
a
Thank you.
Makeagift.com.
Wow, not even Giphy.
Make a gift.
Yeah, here's Chug Clamato.
Amazing.
But he has like this doesn't sell how many hats he's wearing.
I remember.
He has a huge tower of hats on his head, and the King of Hats has one hat, but he just really likes hats.
Yeah.
I know he looks similar to the personal barista of the guy who likes cream, but not too much cream, but he's not. Different character. Anyway, let's see what the correct answer was. It is, in fact, the Wizard of Bras.
That's right.
The Wizard of Bras had a shop right on
It was
Main
Wiz
Street,
the whole
USA.
time.
You should have believed in yourself, Wiz.
Yeah.
Here's the Wizard of Bras at Hollywood
Do
Maxwell's
you love his little
intimate
outfit?
apparel shop at Main Street, USA.
I love his little tights.
This isn't what he looked like in the park. This is the ideal of what he was from ads. So yeah, it was right here. Intimate apparel, brasseries, and torsolettes.
Torsolettes?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Brassieres and torsolettes.
What the fuck's a torsolette?
As you walk up the right side of Main Street, and this is from Yesterland again. Your destination is the store right after Grandma's Baby Shop. Across the entire width of the ornate pale yellow storefront, a sign reads Intimate Apparel, Brassieres, Torsolettes. even if you don't feel the need to purchase a corset or bra while visiting the park. Walk up the 3 steps onto the front porch, open the door, and visit the Victorian splendor of the intimate apparel shop presented by Hollywood Maxwell Brassiere Company of LA. This is your opportunity to learn the history of underwear. Your host is the wonderful Wizard of Bras. From his revolving stage...
Oh, it's a bra that also covers the upper part of your torso.
Like a bustier. Says Wiz.
A bustier is a short corset, and a corset often starts at the bust and ends just below the hips.
And the wonderful Wizard of Bras had a revolving stage where he speaks to you through the marvel of tape recorder technology. This is what he looked like in the park.
Wow.
Yeah.
He
And by
looks
the way,
spooky.
the guy on the left here is C.V. Wood, Vice President and General Manager of Disneyland. There's a book about how he did a bunch of dirty tricks to make Disneyland happen that's very good. I believe he allegedly just took people's palm trees. He he paid them, I think. He drove around LA, saw palm trees on people's lawn, and was like, I'll give you money for that. And that's how they got a lot of the Disneyland palms.
Incredible.
Mechanical Wizard. This is an advertising supplement from the Santa Ana Register. Mechanical Wizard MC's continual show of fashions.
Oh,
and that's not the one.
Right?
I wanted to do. Here we go. Right? Absolutely. Here we go. The Disneyland News. This is what I wanted to read. This is the official publication of Disneyland, California, and which had a whole article about the bra shop in it. If hubby is shy, watch him at Main Street Corset Shop. Is the modern male embarrassed about walking into a corsetteria?
A corsetteria?
No, he isn't. Or at least not as shocked as his father would have been, according to the Hollywood Maxwell Company, operators of a corset and bra shop on Disneyland's Main Street. Surprising as it may seem to some, it's the teenagers who are most affected by the exhibit of old and new in corsets, bras, and petticoats. The younger set's reaction is usually one of giggles as they look at the small models in various states of dress. Through a system of looking glasses in the corsetteria on Main Street. That's true. The visitor can, by slowly turning his head, see the models change from the full dress of the turn of the century into their underclothes, corsets, and pantaloons. In the modern sequence, the model switches from an evening dress into bra and petticoat.
A corsetteria.
Many men hesitate to enter the shop, especially older gentlemen accompanied by their wives. It's the older women who seem most anxious to shade their husbands from any risque experience. But it's the older generation of men who are the most polite. They invariably remove their hats upon entering the store. The fathers and mothers of recent years seem to take the whole thing in stride, while the older women are often guilty of a bit of giggling, as are the teenagers. The 10 to 12-year-olds, especially the girls, are particularly appreciative and interested in the old-time furnishings of the 1900 period in the store. Hollywood Maxwell's experience seems to lend credence to the belief that Americans are becoming more liberal through the years on their thoughts on such taboo subjects. And then half a year later, it closed. And the glass and china shop next door expanded and absorbed it. And now it became the china closet. And now it's the psychic place.
Huh.
It's Fargo's Palm Parlor. This is where the bra shop was. It's locked, and it's a tribute to Raleigh Crump, who designed the Museum of the Weird, which was supposed to be outside of the Haunted Mansion. And the Wizard of Bras. The bra. Oh, I see. I like your double entendre, Wiz World Live. Well, now, let's find out who won our game of trivia, which only 27% answered that last question correct. So let's find out who won our game of Disneyland trivia. In third place, it is none other than, and he should know, Roy O. Disney, American Entertainment Executive. In second place, it's Walt Disney murdered two men playing polo. And your winner is none other than More Like Disney Bland. Congratulations, Redactron.
Redactron!
The last question killed T-Light lost 2,034 points on that last question.
Just to remind you, it does not matter how much you know about the topic.
No, knowing about the topic is sometimes a hindrance, in fact. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Wiz. Redactron, you won because you answered the questions correctly instead of incorrectly, as I recommend.
Yeah.
But don't worry, we'll send you something, but also how do I put this? There's a present we can all share. And it's a world of tears. It's a world of fears. I know you can still hear me, but our
Knives, knives, knives. We have everything for your slashing needs.
I'm not a professional announcer.
Don't just think about it. Power, fame, glory. You know you want it. You know you can't do it alone. Call from the privacy of your own lair. Patrons on your plane are waiting for your call. Archfey, fiends, celestials. We've got it all. Call now and you'll be connecting to a patron who would love to hear from you. Not a recorded message. A real patron who wants you in their service. Call now. Just one soul a call. For warlocks only. Call 1-900-PATRON for me.
Has this ever happened to you?
Look, it's a risk of destroying a planet. Sometimes a piece of the planet hits your dang dish and knocks out your signal for a second, but we are back. I know, you're frozen.
Fluval, I'm frozen! Fluval!
I will use my dark wizardry to solve this for
help
you.
Fluval! Okay, I'm back.
Yes.
I'm back, everyone. I just blinked out of existence for a second.
You just blinked out of existence for a second. And you know, it's actually appropriate that happened because next week's trivia is about similarly strange things. Because next week on Grand Trivia, it's cryptid trivia. Here's me with my good friend Bigfoot. Be sure to join us next week for cryptid trivia right here on Grand Trivia. Do you think you know cryptids? Well, you'll find out because we have your coordinates.
Here he comes, swimming closer than farther away.